People who care even remotely about the Kardashians. Why? Before she died, my mom always watched their shows and other reality dramas because it's such a train wreck that I have to watch it. Lamau, some people are just entertained by that. It's the same reason why there's subreddits such as Just Neckbeardings, Cringeitopia, Cringepics, etc. Never thought of it that way. I like to watch rich people cry. Lol. Because watching the obscenely different life they're leading gives me temporary detachment from the hard speephole life I am leading. Then, I suppose watching their show became part of your hard speephole life. They were my favorite baddie on Deep Space Nine. I mean, who doesn't like the Kardashians? EUDS9? That's basically Star Trek. The soap opera. It's all about TNG. Lol JK, you internet stranger. They might have saved my life. After my first child was born, I continued to have some issues. The doctor brushed it off. But I remembered the episode where Kim was told that she had retained pieces of her placenta from her birth, and that they had to be surgically removed. I asked for an ultrasound. Turns out, I had the exact same problem. Had surgery a week later. To be fair, if you have any issue in that general area at all, you should be asking for an ultrasound, but I see where you're coming from. Escapism. I find it fascinating how fascinated people get with these people. It's like watching a zebra at the zoo or something. Not very interesting. But still interesting. You tell me. You made a whole post about them. If suddenly styrofoam boxes became super popular and everyone kept talking about styrofoam boxes and the styrofoam box television show, even though styrofoam boxes aren't particularly interesting, a lot of people would be confused/surprised about the fascination with styrofoam boxes. WTF is styrofoam? Just waiting on the next sex tape. Another comeback story. Think you mean comeback? Not a fan, but I've watched episodes of their shows over the years. Their family is weirdly super relatable and super unrelatable. They're super close. Always in each other a business. Pranking each other. Etc. but always seem to have each other's back. Kim gets made fun of for her sex tape at least once a season. In later seasons, someone's usually having a baby. And it gives you a look at a lifestyle 99% of people will never see IRL. Undefined. Their father helped a killer go free. Now, let's be fair. OJ's son was probably the killer. Their dad just helped a wildly abusive stalker asshole go free. Wait. What? Because they're entertaining. Which is the same reason I consume any other media. People who care about football. Why? People who care about the impractical jokers. Why? People who care about the Masked Singer. Why? People who care about anything. Why? Ike. It's not that I care, I just find them entertaining to watch. Yeah. Me too, it's a nice way to waste my time. They are always doing something funny to watch. Sometimes when there's nothing interesting on the news, I'll wonder what the Kardashians or any other celebrity is up to, and I'll have a look to see what's been going on in the celebrity world in general. Trying to figure out why people like you are so mad about some random big butt ladies having a lot of money. TBH. I don't really care about them. At all. But it's like a train wreck I can't keep my eyes off of. Do I give a speep about them at all? No. Do I know who is who? Yes. Do I know their kids' names and whose kid is whose and all that? Yes. Do I give a speep about those people who flaunt their wealth time and time again? During pandemics, take flights to islands with tons of people. Who pretend they came from nothing and suddenly got rich? No. Peep them. Honestly. They live a life that a lot of people wish they had. The freedom. The private jets. The nannies. The $500,000 horses. People want to watch what they may never have and then idolize it. It's an entire different lifestyle. To be honest, they are the mafia of Hollywood. One day I will be able to say a lot more about them. Unfortunately, that's not for another 20 years. Undefined. Our brains have gone millions of years without exposure to television. So evolution hasn't caught up to properly differentiating between real and parasocial relationships. So if you watch enough episodes of their show, you start feeling like you know them on some level. Logically, you know it's stupid as peep. But your Savannah brain is like, these are people in your community and it's worth knowing what's going on with them. As for why anyone would watch their show in the first place, It's just a mindless distraction from reality. Lots of people are drawn to watching attractive people living a desirable lifestyle. Undefined. I am fascinated from afar. They lead extraordinary lives that I'll never get the chance to. So I vicariously take a glimpse into another world entirely. Full of extravagance, addictive drama, and wealth beyond my imagining. I like to witness ridiculousness. They have shown some pretty awesome qualities, to be fair, like Chloe is so loyal, friendly, so forgiving and nurturing. Kim is Kim lol, but she is actually funny, kind, and has a strength all her own. Chris is boss and cares for her children fiercely. The others I don't pay enough attention to. Their marketability cannot be denied. I respect their ability to make a living off of their infamy. That's just smart living. If I could cash in over the trashy, stupid and weird speep I've ever done in the past, I so would. Their mother hustles to make them all bank. They will all be taken care of way after she's gone. I'm more of a fan from watching Kook. I think the last season I watched was maybe 11? By far the most interesting development in the family had been Bruce's transition. That was a legit jaw-dropper. So if I had to nail it down to one thing in particular, their lives are actually entertaining AF. I wouldn't want to have a life like theirs. Their entire fame was built on Kim's inability to give a blowjob. Just saying. It wasn't though. Yes. It was. I care about them as much as I would a complete stranger. If not a little less. So it's not really anything special. As far as I am concerned. They are like clowns. Admittedly, clowns I would never waste my time watching. But clowns nonetheless. You clearly care to ask this question. When I was locked up, this peeping show would cause so many fights, and I could feel my IQ drop as I listened. So I have the Kardashians to thank for helping me refine my love of books. I have a crush on Kendall. I more so wonder why people who don't watch their show are so concerned with other people watching it. Or why those folks always seem to talk about them/the show far more than myself, a person who watched it for years. Overrated harlots orchestrated by head pimpstress Kris Jenner. So nauseatingly disgusting to see a family devoid of any kind of talent making so much money. I assume it generally makes people feel better about the lives they're leading. Sure, they don't have fame and fortune. And their body doesn't look like that of a model. Or their house isn't what they see in the magazines. Or their clothes aren't the most stylish. Or maybe your kid is acting out or not doing as well in school. But they have someone who has it all to watch and make fun of. Suddenly the life they are leading doesn't seem so bad. And you can assure yourself that if you were in that position, you would be so much better. You would have real class. It's clearly a great entertainment model. You just have to be rich enough, outrageous enough, and be willing to handle the ever-present judgment that goes with it. But the face that they present to the world is absolutely no accident. Bored. Maybe the same reason I'm on Ida all the time? I don't watch much TV. But I live on the internet. Ida and the Kardashians are both train wrecks and make you feel better about your speepy life. Ha 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 ha, that's a good question that I ask myself every time. Why people? Why? Honestly, the only thing I've cared about with them is Kim is divorcing Kanye. He seems like a total whack job. So if that's the case, I'm happy she's getting out.